Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Really work to love yourself. Look, I know a lot of people out here are really focused on getting other people to love them, to feel them. And this goes beyond just man gets woman, just being liked, right? Just being liked. Like I've met people over my lifetime and they say, I just want people to like me, or what can I do to get people to like me? You know what? Like getting other people to like you, getting other people to love you, starts with you loving yourself and legitimately loving yourself. And not in a conceited or cocky way. Because a lot of times somebody who come off as conceited or cocky or even try to say, I'm this or that, really got some low self-esteem and they trying to beat it. You want to get to that point where you love yourself to the point that it reflects in how you move, how you hold your head, how you speak, the tone of your voice and everything. And most importantly, how you treat yourself. How you treat yourself, how you take care of yourself, how you clean yourself, what food you put in your body, how much you work on your own personal health, how you keep away from things that can impact that health. All of that is love, loving yourself. You know, the main relationship that you got to have is not with the outside world, but with yourself. Now, of course, yeah, you want relationships with people outside. You want that fine old woman to back that thing up. And you want people to find you cool and everything like that. But the genesis of that is loving yourself first. Because once you love yourself, you're going to carry yourself in such a way it will compel people to like something about you. Because when you love yourself, like you get some people who, especially you get a lot of trolls. You get a lot of trolls and a lot of people who constantly go in on somebody else. Hell, you got whole channels right on YouTube where they spend their time going in on another person, another man or something, which, well, to me is moist, right? And or constantly bringing them up. But that's because of jealousy and stuff. They don't feel good about themselves. You know, so because they don't feel good about themselves, they try to break down somebody else. But, yeah, you know, that's not likable. People don't want to be around that. And you'll find that people like that don't have a lot of friends or very few friends. Seriously, it never fails. Like friends, they might have some acquaintances. They might have some people who will use them for something, but they don't have any real friends. You know, when you see folks like that. No, you got to learn to feel good about yourself in a real way. Because you with yourself all the time. Every second of the day, when you sleep and you're with yourself. Even when you're a crowd of people, you still ultimately with yourself. So you got to love yourself. And it takes work. It takes work because one of the big problems out here is a lot of people's self-image, they allow to be determined by people outside of them. They allow it. And there's no blame here. There's no blame for it because it happens from the time we're born. It happens. And some people are able to resist it a little better just because of their inner personality. But many people don't have that temperament, right? Many people don't have it. But regardless whether you have a natural resistance to outsiders defining you or you really didn't, we all got to work on something. Because we constantly have people trying to say, well, you're this, you're that, you're listening and stuff. And it's like, know who you are first. You know, in ancient Kemet, or what Europeans call Egypt, you know, a very powerful maxim was know yourself, you know, because knowing yourself helps you to love yourself, to connect with yourself. And let's be clear, when we talk about love, we ain't talking about it in the sense of some romantic ass shit or just even like. It's really just that connection. See, the heart represents love. But the heart is a connection. When you connect it to who you are, when you love it, and try to love everything. And if there's something you don't love about yourself, remember, you got the ability to change it. You got the ability to change it. You know, well, most things anyway. You got the ability to change most things. I mean, you can't really change your height without major surgery, major controversial surgery, or anything about you physically. But then if you're doing all that, you don't love yourself. Whoever you are, whoever you are, that's you. And yes, you can improve. You can improve your body build and stuff. You can cut your hair a certain way. But even that is a part of love because you're trying to be the best version of yourself. This is very key. And it takes work. Like I said, you got you got several things they try to tell you. It starts with your family. Then in your neighborhood, you go to school and teachers try to tell you stuff. Like many a man, especially many successful people, they got stories of somebody in authority who tried to just tell them, oh, you won't amount to anything. You won't do this or that. Yeah, whatever. Those people are successful because they love themselves and they didn't listen. The most you can take is if you have somebody outside of you telling you anything, they just giving you their perspective. Sometimes it can be helpful, sometimes not. You got to wade through it. But at the end of the day, you can pick and choose what you want to hear. You can pick and choose. And then one thing you got to do is understand the motivation. If somebody telling you something, they doing it for love or they doing it to try to control you. Always understand that. Always understand that. But the whole thing is, the bottom line with everything is you got to feel good about yourself and who you are. Seriously. You're here. You're important. You doing something. Every single man, and even the women who listen to this channel, you doing something that's important. You doing something. You here, ain't you? You mean something to somebody. Shoot, you here, you breathe. Shit. You can, you still, if you're alive, you still breathing, you did something right. So love yourself for that. Love the talents that you have. Love every little thing and just go for it. And I'm telling you, it's powerful. Like I do this, I never forget this sister, right? I never forget it, right? Like she just had something. She just had a spirit about her. Now she had those weaves in her hair, wore her hair natural. Oh my gosh, she was fine as hell though. But not classically fine. But the thing I peeped with her is how much she loved herself. She was like, she loved her skin. She loved how her dress hung on her little fat ass. She loved everything about who she was. And it just reflected in her attitude, everything. Because when you love yourself, then that affects everybody around you. But it starts with yourself. Work on it. And you know what? If you got some real self-esteem issues, low self-esteem, if you got to get help, let me be clear on it. When y'all listening to me, I'm giving perspective on stuff. I'm giving advice and perspective. But if you got a mental health issue, go get some help. Professional academic help. I'm just giving advice on you. I'm just giving general advice. I'm giving perspective. Right? Or if you listen to any other content creator, unless they are a professional in that field, a licensed professional, and a licensed professional is going to talk to you directly and confidentially. If you need that help, go get it. If you don't want to go there, go to a spiritual, whoever you can trust that can actually help you if you need help with your self-esteem. But even then, even with that, what they're really doing is helping you see who you really are. And helping bring out who you are so you can love yourself. All right? Because even what they tell you, you still got, they are just giving you their perspective. You still got to do the work. And seriously, really work to love yourself. All right? Really work, all right? So anyway, that's all I got for now. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Peace.